Hey sis, you know I would have expected you to find a purpose in life for now. But coins? Who owns a whole social media account about their coin collection? Can you elaborate on how that's possibly any fun to you? You're like the exact person that everyone would think about if they were told to imagine an unemployed lowlife.
Seriously, Becky? I don't have time to deal with you.
You don't have time to deal with me? I have a newborn child and take care of her while simultaneously going to work and establishing my career. What do you do with your time? Sleep? Eat? Because last time I checked, you were an unemployed, single, helpless girl who had no future ahead of herself.
Whatever, just get to the point. You didn't contact me just to make fun of me, did you? And just for your information, I'm not unemployed.
What do you mean you're not unemployed? It is something to be ashamed of, but you shouldn't try to hide it from your own sister.
I'm actually not.
Mom already let me know that you never left the house. And even if you do leave the house, it's to collect your little coins, right? How can you tell me you're not unemployed?
You can't just say that I'm unemployed because I do those things. I do work just from home. And that's the lifestyle that I wanted anyways. My company started making their jobs completely online starting this month.
I told you to stop lying, Lisa. And it bugs me how you show off the nothingness with which is your life consists. So I'm gonna have to ask you to stop posting on social media from now on. In fact, I can guarantee you that absolutely no one on the surface of the planet Earth is impressed. So I'm doing you a favor by pointing this out.
Hey, Mom, do you have a minute? I was wondering if I could talk about Becky.
Hey, Lisa. It's been a while since you last reached out to us. How have you been? What's the matter?
Sorry, I've been really busy lately. I texted you because Becky just texted me and started talking nonsense again. She kept insisting that I was unemployed, even though I repetitively explained that I have a job. Is she okay?
Oh my.
I don't want things between us to get any worse, so could you please explain my circumstances to her so that she'll believe it and quit bothering me?
She's directly reaching out to you now? I can't believe that girl. I've actually been explaining that you aren't unemployed to her as well. But she won't just swallow that pill. She keeps insisting that you must be unemployed and therefore are less valuable of a person to her.
Why would she do that?
It seems like she's been struggling a bit with the baby lately. So she asked me if I could take care of their daughter for a while. But I said that we couldn't because you were working from home. Since I assumed that crying babies and online meetings weren't a great match, and I can't just kick you out of the house. But Becky really didn't take it that well.
Really?
Yes, she kept accusing you of lying about having a job, and that you were just making excuses to stay with us. And we kept trying to tell her that she was wrong, but she just wouldn't listen.
Wow, well, at least I know why she keeps bothering me about not having a job, I guess.
I really did try to make her understand, you know. We've had the same talk over and over again. But she just walks out of the room when I try to defend you.
I know, Mom, thanks. Becky's always been like this anyways. Always as stubborn as a rock, even if she knows that she's actually wrong.
Tell me about it. She's been telling me to come over to her house and take care of her baby. If I can't, open the house for her. And that I'm just taking care of you and stalling for you because you're the favorite child.
What's the issue that she's having with her child anyways?
You know how Becky absolutely loves working. Well, she hasn't been able to commit herself as much as she used to because she needs to take care of her baby. I think she's been getting really stressed about not being able to have that satisfaction.
How does that justify her kicking me out? I mean, I understand that she's going through a lot right now with work and raising a child. But she can't just get after you or me for not taking her place whenever she feels like she wants to commit herself to something else. She should have taken into account that she wouldn't be able to apply herself as much towards work when she decided to have a child.
That's what I've been saying.
She shouldn't have had an affair with a married man in the first place. I mean, the news was all over the neighborhood when everyone found out that the two had a thing going on. I'm sure things would have been a lot better if she had had the help of a husband. But she clearly stated that she would take care of everything by herself when she first got pregnant and pushed us away when we were worried for her. And now she has the audacity to ask for your help?
I can't blame her for that, honey. You don't understand how difficult it is to raise a child until you have one of your own. She probably never expected it to be this demanding of a job.
She should just put aside her pride and say that she needs our help. It's not okay for her to just act like it's part of your responsibility to help her. Ugh, she annoys me so much. And now she's saying all these things about me for no reason?
Please calm down. I know how you feel. But it really does look like she's struggling with balancing everything. And I, as a mother, can't just act like nothing's happening. So me and your father have decided that we're going to go check on her later this month and see how she's doing.
Both you and Dad are being too nice. Becky said that she would do everything on her own, and you should make her live up to those words. Helping her is just going to promote more of this nonsense.
It'll be fine. Don't worry. And I'll try and talk to her about your work again, so that she understands the situation better. Thanks for getting mad at her for us, Lisa. Are you starting to get worried, sis? That your mommy and daddy haven't come home by this time? I mean, who's going to be there to baby you now, right?
They still haven't come back since they left to see you at your house. They're still with you?
Yes, they're still with me. In fact, they'll continue to be with me from now on. Mom and Dad will be living with me at my house from today and on. Therefore, they won't be coming back to that old house that you're in right now.
What do you mean?
Can you pack up their things and send them over? They'll need their things by the end of tomorrow, so make sure to meet that deadline. I'll send my address later.
You wait a minute. What do you mean they're going to live with you from now on? Why would they abandon their whole house out of nowhere to live with you?
Because I said so. Mom and Dad will be officially mine from now on, and they're going to support my work life while helping me raise my child.
What?
I asked them to take care of the baby for the whole day today, and I honestly hadn't seen them look so happy in a long time. Because, let's be honest, do you think that they would really enjoy taking care of their unemployed low-life daughter, or their adorable grandchild? So I have decided that it's best for them as well to continue living with me and my baby, instead of with you and your nonsense.
You can't just say that and make them leave.
Even my daughter loves the idea. She's absolutely in love with her grandparents. It's adorable. And I'm sure our parents are happy that they won't have to deal with your unemployed self anymore. It's just better for everyone other than you, for Mom and Dad to move in with us.
So you're going to kidnap them out of nowhere. We all know that you're just trying to make our parents raise your kids for you. Even though all of this is your own fault, and you even said that you would raise the child on your own after you first got pregnant. If you want help, then why don't you just say so instead of shaming me to justify your nonsense? Don't force your issues onto Mom and Dad.
I'm not forcing anything onto them. And you're in no place to be talking about forcing issues onto Mom and Dad. You're already in your 20s, and you're still making them raise you like a baby. You don't have to get so worked up because your source of income is gone now. Just find a job.
How many times do I have to tell you? I'm not unemployed. Hasn't Mom also explained this to you over and over again?
Shut up! Don't talk back to me. Someone like you who does no good to society doesn't get to talk to me, a valued member of society. Your days of sucking up to Mom and Dad are over. If you still don't want to work, then do it at your own risk. By the way, Mom and Dad are never going to see you again, so don't expect them to come back and save you.
What do you mean?
It seems like Mom and Dad were building up some serious frustration toward you for a while now. I asked them if they wanted to live with me from then and on, and they themselves suggested that they cut any ties with you from now on.
Why on earth would they do that?
What do you not get at this point? It seems like the only realistic choice to me if your daughter isn't willing to get a job and wants to stay at your house and live off of your money. It's just better for everything to make the hard choice of abandoning them. Maybe this way, you'll finally take responsibility for yourself.
Sorry, but you're the one who's going to live alone from now on.
What?
Why don't you try asking Mom and Dad again and listen more closely? I'm sure that you'll hear that they meant you when they were talking about cutting all ties.
Huh? What do you mean?
I'm saying that you're misunderstanding what Mom and Dad are saying. I'm sure they said they're going to cut all ties, but they never said with me.
What?
So go ask her who she really means, because it's definitely not me. And they'll tell you that they intend to cut all relations with you.
What? Why would they say that to me? Unlike you, I can actually provide for myself and even help them out, somewhat. There's no point in doing that to me.
But it seems that they've already made up their mind about the idea.
Huh?
Yeah, I got a call from Mom during lunch today. She said that she was going to disown you as your daughter.
Why would she say that?
She also sent me a picture of the atrocious sight of your house. How can you bear to stay sane while living in an environment like that? There wasn't even room to take a step with so much trash on the floor. I can't believe that you're trying to raise a small child in a house like that.
Shut up! You wouldn't understand how difficult it is to manage to raise a child while working at the same time. I'm doing both at the same time. How could you possibly expect me to clean the house on top of that?
So you have the privilege to treat your own parents like your maids? Because I heard you told your parents you went out of their way to go check on you, to clean the house for you before even saying hi. And when they finished with that, you ordered them to cook for you, and then take care of the baby for you, and do the laundry for you, right? I mean, who in their right mind wouldn't become furious after being treated like that?
What?
Mom and Dad were really worried about you at first. I mean, I told them that it was all their own fault, so they didn't have to help. But they were too caring to see you struggle on your own, so they wanted to come see you. But guess what you did to their kindness? You didn't even bother to thank them and treated them like your maids. It seemed like Mom and Dad were really sad about how they were treated by you. They told me that their will to help you was completely gone after that. And just an hour ago, I received a text that said that they were cutting all ties with you. They said it would be better off for you to not have anyone to rely on.
You're lying. Mom and Dad would never throw me away like that.
Well, they sent a message to me saying that they would. They also said that you keep making excuses and wouldn't let them leave your house. So I'm going to go over there and pick them up.
What?
You're crazy. Who locks their own parents out of their house like that? Mom and Dad are choosing to live with me in their house.
Stop lying. Why would they leave me and my daughter to be with you? I'm even offering to pay them a monthly allowance if they stay with us. I have a pretty good position at my workplace, so I get paid a lot. I'm offering $2,000 each. Why would they leave?
Because they care more about how they themselves feel about helping you than money. No matter how many dollar bills you stack in front of them, they won't give in because they know that they don't want to help you out anymore.
That makes no sense.
It makes a lot of sense when you think about it, actually. You never truly asked them for help. And you never thanked them when they did offer for help. You just acted like they were some maids of yours. Why would they want to keep helping a person like that?
Shut up! It's still better than taking care of a useless daughter who can't even get a job or even leave the house. What's your annual salary? Because last time I checked, it was 0. I make $80,000 a year. Look me in the eyes and tell me that you're worth more than me. It only makes sense for them to leave their unemployed, useless daughter to move in with their elite daughter and her baby.
No, I think that it makes more sense for them to choose to live with me. I mean, given that the two of us both make a decent amount of money, why would they choose a brat with a twisted personality like you over a mature daughter who pays them monthly and also does chores around the house for them? I mean, I would want to live with the latter if I were them.
Uh-huh? What do you mean both of us make a decent amount of money?
I've been telling you this over and over again. I am employed. I just work from home. And I make a pretty good amount of money from that work.
Uh-huh?
Yeah, and I've been getting promoted every year for the past few years, and I've finally caught up to your salary.
What?
Yeah, I make $80,000 a year while working from home. And I give $2,000 a month to Mom and Dad.
What? You? The lazy sister who couldn't even manage to make a penny? That's impossible.
I guess I've defied the odds. I'm living proof that life isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. Now I manage a ton of workers who work for me. Do you remember the wife of the guy who you had an affair with? Well, she works for me now too.
What?
Yeah, I heard all about how they got divorced because of you. And that she was struggling to find a new job because she was a stay-at-home wife up until then. So I decided that it was my responsibility to take her under my wing as a victim of my sister's actions.
Wow.
You really were stupid for letting something like that happen. Imagine what the rest of the family members had to go through. But no matter how stupid you were being, we couldn't just leave you because you were family. So Mom and Dad continued to worry about you and what you were doing, and I took part of the responsibility by caring for the wife. But you disregarded all that kindness. You treated me like an unemployed piece of trash, and you treated our parents like slaves when they stepped in to help you. I guess we finally see how much of a hopeless cause you really are.
Wait, I wasn't trying to disregard anyone's care. I was just so caught up with the baby and work. I really do appreciate everyone's help.
I'm gonna go pick up Mom and Dad, so you should say your last goodbyes because you won't be seeing us again.
What?
You said at the beginning of all of this that you would take care of the whole situation on your own. So I hope you can stick with your word, because no one's going to help you with anything ever again.
Hey, Lisa. Are you guys still mad at me? Or have you forgiven me?
What do you want?
I'm really on edge right now. I can't take this anymore. I don't want to throw my career out of the window, so I want to focus on work. But it's just so much effort to take care of the baby. Could I please come back to Mom and Dad's house for a while? I'm sorry about acting like I could handle everything on my own. And I'm sorry for not appreciating your help. I'll apologize for everything I've ever said or done to you guys. So please let me live with you guys.
Sorry, but I have to say no. I'm sure none of us want a stranger living in our home.
What?
Just hire a babysitter if you want to focus on work so badly. You make $80,000 a year, don't you? I'm sure you can manage to hire a babysitter for a few days a week.
Of course not. Do you even know how much it costs to hire a babysitter? It costs a bit over $3,000 a month if I ask them to stay from 9 to 5 every day. Even if I leave her at the preschool, it's going to cost well over $2,000 a month. And the $5,000 a month that I pay for the maid, and my whole salary's gone.
Then I guess you're gonna have to work extra hard, huh? Maybe it's a good idea for you to spend every penny. I'm sure it'll help you focus on your work better if there's no tomorrow if you don't.
Why would I do that? I love working, but I don't want to have $0 in the bank. I want to have fun working and get paid a lot to live a happy life with my baby.
Don't you think everyone in the world wishes for that? But the reality is that you have to pay someone to look after your kids while you're at work. And that fee is going to add up. So you're going to have to sacrifice something in order to manage that.
That's why I'm asking to come back home and live with you all. If I live there, I won't have to pay for a babysitter or a maid. I mean, of course, I'll pay our parents as thanks for helping, but I'm sure it won't reach 80,000 a year.
I'm sure you're right about that.
Look, I'm sorry for all the nonsense that I made you deal with up until now. I'll make sure to show my appreciation, and I'll apologize for everything that I've done. So please let me and my daughter move in with you guys. I swear, you won't regret it. It's going to ruin my whole career if I keep working like this. I'm on the verge of being replaced by a colleague and getting demoted at this pace.
Oh my, it must be very hard for you. Then again, I have nothing to do with that, so why should I care?
What?
What did you expect when you said we were cutting all ties with you? You can't just apologize and act like nothing happened. The real world isn't so kind.
Wait, you can still talk this out?
You're stuck in the situation because of everything you've done to yourself. You're the only person that you can blame for all of this, so good luck getting out of this on your own. Our family doesn't talk to people who spit at us when we try to help them up. See ya. I've never received any type of message from Becky ever since then. I heard that she gave up on receiving promotions and instead decided to focus on raising her child. However, it seems that she's starting to get full of herself again. She's been telling everyone that she'll only accept easy jobs because she's a single mother, and that everyone around her should help her because she has it harder than anyone else. Seems that she's lost appreciation towards her colleagues, the people who are helping her. Again. Seems that there's been a lot of talk around her bosses that she may get fired. But we'll see how things turn out for her. Not that I care.